go on an adventure. Bop, bop, shoot, bop, 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 yeah. Let's go on it together. I did it, let's go on an adventure. Bop, bop, shoot, bop, 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 yeah. Let's go on it forever. If you're feeling blue, nothing left to do, my love. And if you're feeling bored, I know you know the cure. You know the cure. Let's go on an adventure. Bop, bop, shoot, bop, 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 yeah. Let's go on it forever. I did it, let's go on an adventure. Bop, bop, shoot, bop, 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 yeah. Let's go on it together. I did it, let's go on an adventure.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Musical Chairs of Massachusetts, where we feature musicians of all genres from all over New England. Today is a genre that we have not covered yet. Believe it or not, Christopher, we got some reggae roots up here in the Northeast, and I am so excited. Like, I feel like I've met some of my heroes today because I've been following this band for years.
Yeah, absolutely. I am just, over the bridge.
Over the moon excited
about our guest today. I grew up, the 90s were terrific.
Yeah.
And I grew up with like Sublime and
Boston's, Mighty Boston's.
Yes, definitely Mighty Boston's. And just feel good music all the way around.
Yeah, that ska. You had No Doubt with the ska.
Yeah. So it's the type of music like, you know how important our summers are here up in New England because it's like,
4 months maybe out of the year?
Yeah, well, it is now because of global warming. But it used to be like 2, maybe 3 months at best.
Right.
And, you'd head over to the beach. Back then, I had a convertible.
Oh, so you had the wind in your hair when you had hair?
Yeah, back in it wasn't fake. I had the Mustang convertible, and I'd be listening to Reggae-Rock and like religiously traveling up Hampton Beach,
the Strip,
and just some good vibes, And so when you told me about our guest today, I was just over the the moon about who you booked. And
how about my level of excitement when I told you, oh my God, Chris, you were never going to believe who I booked.
I remember that day.
I was so excited.
Yeah,
I was so freaking giddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a cool moment to reflect, right? Because
it was months ago.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's the fact that after today's episode, how far we've come. Like we've had so many awesome, terrific, musicians, and to me, they are all terrific. They are all on that same level.
I don't know, like you know how they say like you never want to meet your heroes?
Yeah.
I've been listening to this band for literal years.
Right.
And first of all, meeting them did not disappoint whatsoever.
Oh no, yeah.
But just I feel like we made it. I feel like we officially made it.
Well, that's where I'm getting at. Is that, as we do this, as we continue to do this and we continue to get just awesome musicians, like it's so cool you know, the caliber is being raised. The bar
yeah,
is being raised. But you know, deep down, behind everything, these are just really cool people.
oh yeah, super humble dudes.
Yeah.
Super cool, super cool, super humble dudes for sure.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
I'm just, you know, and that's a part that kind of took me by surprise, is that, you know, when we do these episodes, you know, they come in as musicians, but they leave as friends,
Oh, for sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's cool. But guys, we have such an exciting show for you today. And what a fantastic guest. And, you know, it definitely, again, marks a milestone in our adventure,
Yeah,
our musical adventure.
for sure.
Yeah. So, Nikki,
Christopher,
would you like to
take it over the bridge.
take it over the bridge?
I can do that.
All right.
Today we're hanging with Over the Bridge, an East Coast rock reggae band from the North Shore of Massachusetts. Their self-titled debut album hit #1 on the iTunes Reggae Album charts and has racked up nearly 500,000 streams, all done independently. With a powerful live presence, OTB has headlined major venues across New England and shared the stage with acts like Collie Buddz, G-Love and Special Sauce, and Long Beach Dub All-Stars. They've also rocked festivals like Boston Hemp Fest and Ziontific Music Fest. With their energetic performances and tight-knit fan base, Over the Bridge is quickly becoming a must-see act. Today we're chatting with lead singer and guitarist Mike Jetty and percussionist Austin Bryant. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Hey.
What is up, fam? Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Yeah, guys, this is fantastic.
It's beautiful.
Nikki, that was a great intro.
That
Yeah,
was awesome.
Nikki.
That was
Do you want
awesome.
one more chocolate? Here you go.
That was the one.
Oh, sorry. Already one more.
Come
Hold on, already.
Yeah.
How'd you get so many chocolates?
Yeah.
Also, my friend, no chocolates to having enough.
I feel like I gotta try. Oh, I'm
share.
running out over my cord. Okay.
And that chocolate.
Oh, that was so close though. One more.
Oh, one more.
This is what we're doing.
That was
Okay.
it.
There it is.
Guys,
There it is.
I have to say,
Connection.
these are the coolest chairs I've ever seen. They have rollerblade wheels on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
pretty
yeah, they do.
impressive.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, be careful.
We're in a big building too.
Yeah.
This we could do some fun things in the hallway.
Oh yeah. Our
Custom
last
damage.
guest that was on last week, we actually had a chair race.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was me
way.
versus their guitarist. So you ready?
Wow.
You ready for this?
I think maybe.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go.
This should be a new thing.
Yeah.
How far do you go?
We went all the way down that hallway.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you got to be careful on those things though, because if you sneeze the wrong way, you're going to be like through the wall.
Yeah, you got some PSI rocket power going on.
Through the wall.
Wow.
Guys, I'm so excited to have you guys down here. And, you know, we've had you on that calendar for quite a while, thanks to our awesome co-host or host or person.
I done good.
You done good. No, but Nikki, thank you so much.
Yeah.
thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you
Yeah,
both.
yeah, yeah.
Appreciate you all.
And guys, I've just been, you know, following your adventure. I've had your album streaming all week. I'm like this is my wheelhouse. Like I'm all.
He's the reason behind all your streams this week.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. We actually did get like a double in streams in the last week. But
Yeah.
How much were you listening?
Single-handedly, Christopher over here.
Yeah, I wasn't just listening on one device. I have like 3 iPads,
Nice.
so
Totally
I had them all synced up.
Stream fire.
Yeah, no. But guys, thank you for coming in again. And so let's get into it, Nikki. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Do you want to start off with a question, or do you want me to?
No, I got this.
You
All
go.
right.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Can we go question for question? Is that allowed?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
It's our show. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Are you sure?
I'm just making sure I don't sneeze and fly people.
Now I'm worried about like he's a heavy sneezer.
I put that thought in his head.
Do we need to get like a little doorstop thing for under your? Actually, our last guest, I threw a book of Post-it notes at him because he kept rolling away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because have you noticed there's like a little slant to the floor right where you're sitting, Mike?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun though. I can't really sit still anyway, so it's perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
no.
So
There
how
he
did
is.
you
Get our
guys?
streams going again.
Yeah. Getting the other third iPad out.
Yeah. So how did you guys become a band?
It was How long have we been in a band? 9 years. 9 years,
Yeah.
almost 10.
Yeah, I'm a little younger to the band, but they've been around for a long time. I'd say I've been in 3 or 4 years. And before that, probably another 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started as like a local bar band in Gloucester, doing like just basically any gig that we could, and we played a bunch in town. Dave and I have actually known each other. Dave is the other singer, guitarist, half of the front of house for the band.
Yeah.
He lives in Utah. He's actually not here today, but shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave. Let's go.
Yeah, how many
Dave-
members do you have?
4 full time right now is Dave. Plays guitar, violin, sings. Austin plays the drums, percussion, and myself on guitar and vocals. And then Andy Cormier is our trumpet player.
Yep.
Wow.
He joined up in the last like year or two.
Yeah, he plays keys as well. He did the
Yeah, he
record
does.
release album a couple of years ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2
3
years ago. Wow. Yeah, wow.
Time flies.
Almost 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was
Yeah.
that long ago. Anyway, so we started out being like a bar band, playing kind of anywhere. Dave and I have known each other since we were probably 7 years old.
Oh, wow.
His dad was the soccer coach. Like, you know how they have like the colors, like we were like the gray team or something like that. And his dad was the coach for the team, and my mom was like the soccer mom for the team. She would bring like the orange wedges
the
and stuff.
oranges, man. Those are the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
So
So
good.
we've known each other for a really long time, and grew up in the same area. It was like he went to school Rockport, but grew up in Gloucester, and we played sports against each other. And then fast forward, I don't know, years. I almost ran him over with my car when we were in college, and then I had him play at a gig that I was doing that weekend, and he was awesome. And I'm like, why don't you just play with us? So then it was Bay State College that he was at.
Now
Bay
we
State
know.
College.
Yeah.
You know? It was Bay State he was going to. And I was home, and we had him play the gig, the Madfish. Shout out to the Madfish. Johnny Mack was the GM there.
Johnny Mac.
I don't know, we had some crazy summers there. And we played this other spot, Dog Bar, a lot in Gloucester. And then we started writing our own songs and making our own music. And we recorded 4 or 5 tracks on our own at this place, Life in Color. It was like a traveling paint, like DJ tour series.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
they had a
That sounds
bunch
cool.
of recording equipment
Yeah.
in the warehouse, kind of like this, that was like extra spare mics and stuff. And he had a mixer and all this stuff, and he set us up in like their supply room. And we recorded those songs on our own. Yeah, that was it was live at Life in Color, and it's not on Spotify or iTunes, but you can get it on our website if you go on, and you can download it directly.
That's
Okay.
cool.
That was with Nate Shaw. So we've been doing it for a long time. Our first actual album was #1 on the iTunes reggae charts, which was really cool. That was 10 songs that we did. Revelry Studios, where we recorded, produced by Joe Samba. We had Johnny Buscat played saxophone on Dreamin'.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, he
Great
did
player.
the saxophone and a bunch of the stuff. It's been a really cool ride, and just to like, from being a bar band and playing all kinds of bar gigs to deciding that we were going to do original shows and play our own music to releasing an album that kind of had some success to
Yeah.
now we're starting to tour and do those kinds of next level things. And now we're working on our second full length album. And we're really, really excited about it. It's
Really
kind of like
excited for
encompasses
that.
the journey of all that stuff and all the things that we've learned, and like kind of is the pinnacle of like where we're at now and like where we're going in that direction.
So
cool.
So what got you guys to gravitate towards reggae rock? Was that just always there, or is that something that you kind of just went into?
That's a good
I think
question.
we grew up with that kind of genre was popular, kind of like ska, punk,
Sublime.
Sublime,
yeah.
right?
Boss
Sublime.
Stones.
Right.
Tony Hawk,
yes.
Pro Skater.
Right, Tony Hawk, Pro Skater
Best
1.
soundtracks ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have it on Nintendo 64, bro. I still have it.
Hell yeah.
So good.
And yeah, so stuff like that. It was just like really current to the time when we were growing up, the
Okay.
early 2000s,
Yeah.
late 90s, like
Yeah.
situation that we grew up in. It just kind of stuck with us. And I'm from Gloucester. We're from like the Seacoast area, North Shore, and being around the water and the island and the
yeah.
beaches all the time is just like something that we always do. And so that kind of music fits. Sublime is probably one of the biggest inspirations that we
Huge,
have.
huge influence.
Friend's older brother used to play Sublime like as loud as he could and play the bass with it. MP was actually a first bass player in our band. He was part of that first jam session that we did at Madfish too.
Nice.
And he was just always around us, Sublime, that kind of music. So when we started writing and like figuring out like and jamming and doing those kind of things, that's just kind of naturally the genre and the vibe that we had.
Gotcha. How'd you come up with your name?
Good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
It's a solid one.
So when we first started, we played a Bay State college event. It was the first time we played Brighton Music Hall, and we were like only a band for like maybe half a year. And Dave picked this random name, Quiet Island, which like, so we played an actual show as Quiet Island at Brighton Music Hall.
That sounds like how we started off. We were the creative chair for one episode.
Just for one, and then we like saw it on posters and
We're
stuff.
like,
We were
no,
like,
this ain't it. This ain't it.
So Over the Bridge is something we came up with because being from Gloucester, it's technically an island. There's a man-made canal and there's 2 bridges that connect you to the mainland.
Oh.
And so anybody who's going anywhere is going over the bridge. Or like they'll be like, "Oh, where are you?" And be like, "I'm coming over the bridge right now." Like, I'll see you in a
Oh,
little
I
bit.
like that.
I do.
Yeah.
like that.
So it was started out as like we were trying to get over the bridge and take it over the bridge and just like live that way and get out of Gloucester, get out of our hometown, start traveling, playing music. And the OTB thing kind of just stuck. We're going over the bridge. And since then we've had like a bunch of different logos and that stuff, but nobody really asked like where the name came from or what the name is. But we go by like OTB now, so Over the Bridge. Nobody wants to say like full words anymore. But yeah, so it comes from like a play off the locals in hometown in Gloucester and like the saying Over the Bridge.
I love it. You're bringing the island vibe over the bridge.
Yeah,
you got
into
it.
the other
Right,
communities.
you know?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It all ties in.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So let's go to another. All right.
Are you good?
No,
Do you need me to?
think
Do you need
he's
me to take
planning.
the wheel here?
I know. I'm like in between 2 questions, but okay. So speaking of going over the bridge and doing your thing, bringing your music to all these awesome locations and venues, do you guys happen to have a dream venue that you haven't performed yet?
Oh, I think
do.
we have the same one.
Do it. 1, 2, 3.
Red Rocks.
Oh,
That's a crowd favorite
that's
here.
a crowd
Yeah, a lot of people pick that one.
That would be
Yeah.
the dream.
That would be the bucket list.
Yeah.
A ton of our friends have played there in the last few years too, so it's
Really?
like not too far out of reach. Like it's going to take this next album is going to be really good. It's going to take a really good year of touring and earning it, and I think it's definitely an attainable goal, which is cool because never before I wasn't like, it would be like, wow, it's crazy if we play Red Rocks. And I'm like,
Yeah.
honestly, if we stick to the plan, we're probably going to play.
Manifest that shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going
I
to do
think
it.
before, honestly, I had played a lot of the Boston scene. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but
Yeah.
the Paradise was always one that I was like, I just want to play it. It's so iconic.
That was a
It's
big
been
one
around
for me.
forever. And we got to play that earlier in the year.
Seen some of my favorite bands there.
Bumpin'
Like-
Uglies.
Mm-hmm.
And such a great venue, great spot. It was like kind of just like bucket list. Check that off.
That was
Like,
another
love
one,
it.
yeah.
So
That was this year, February this year.
How long's the Paradise been around for? It's been around for like forever.
Yeah.
a long time.
Oh God. Yeah.
Pretty sure Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers played there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it. If not, they did. No.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and I absolutely just love the history of you guys. All the and it's like you guys have been together for 9 years, but you've done so much and you've
Yeah.
manifested it.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys have given us hope to our inspiring musicians that are out there.
Yeah.
They're trying to do the same thing, and
Yeah.
it's just so cool to see
do
what
it.
what you guys are out there doing.
Yeah. I think you said that earlier. Just do it. Show up.
Yeah.
Make your
Yeah.
music. Do it because you
It's a
love
big
it.
commitment, especially with everybody's got like their own lives and stuff, and
Yeah.
with 4 guys with families and
I have a baby now.
responsibilities
Oh, I
and
know.
things
Yeah.
going on. It's like it's tough to get everybody in on the same mission and on the vision, and let alone to be like doing homework for that vision and like doing these
Yeah.
things and staying consistent with it. And we've been really good the last year
Yeah.
at staying working. We're having like meetings every week on the phone, and we're staying in touch with everybody. Dave lives in Utah with his new wife right now.
Yep.
Andy, our trumpet player, lives in Rhode Island. we probably live closer to each other. We're in New Hampshire now, but
Like an hour
the
apart,
whole
though.
year when we were
That's not
doing
bad.
touring and stuff, Dave was flying home from Utah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We'd do like 3 or 4 shows for a weekend. Then he'd go back on a red eye on Monday, go back to work for the week, and then
Wow.
come back on Friday night. And we'd go
Yeah,
back out on the road
that's-
again.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's been challenging. And to have 4 guys that are down to like, chase the dream and sacrifice all these little things. Everybody's got a different sacrifice in
Yeah.
what they give up to,
Right.
to be here and spend the time with us.
gotta love
That's
it.
been really
Yeah.
like a blessing. Yeah, you got to really truly
Yeah.
love it. So
a lot
I
of
think we've
dedication.
been really lucky,
Yeah.
that these guys have kind of dug in with us, and it's shown in the shows that we've been doing, the music we're making,
Yeah.
we're going on podcasts and talking to people about it, right?
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's been a
And you
good
gotta-
year, dude.
Yeah.
To inspire other people, we try and help other people all the time. And like anybody wants to share some contacts for booking a gig or a venue that we've played for, or
Oh, that's
so a lot of other bands like will hit us up and say, "Hey man, we're coming to the New England area around whatever date,
Yeah.
Christmas time or something," and we'll try and connect them with people that they can get a show with or play a show with us if we can squeeze another person on and stuff. And they've done that a lot for us as well. Most recently, I think it was October or September, end of September, October. We went to Ocean City, Maryland for 2 nights with our
Oh.
friends from Maryland, higher education. They did a show with us in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It was our first headline in New Jersey.
It's like Bert and Betty's. place
Yeah,
is
Bird and
awesome,
Betty's.
too.
Yeah, really,
Shout
really
out to
cool
those
place.
guys. They-
Beach Haven, New
Awesome.
Jersey.
Yeah.
We played there with them and they opened for us. And that was our first headline in New Jersey, like somewhere outside of our local market. So we've been doing that a lot this year. Gig swaps, like getting out and pushing it further and further. Hopefully take it a step further and do the whole Southeast, maybe some West Coast stuff this year. Dave's out in Utah, so we're looking to get some
yeah.
gigging
Hopefully
out
Red
there.
Rocks, you know.
Yeah, Red Rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's been a lot of the connecting the dots and stuff, and like
That's awesome.
having the rest of the scene help us out and trade and growth. A lot of growth this year. That's kind of like the
I love it.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, you how about we dig into a song?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
What are you guys going to do?
Do
Let's do Wash.
Wash.
Ooh, I love that one.
You ready?
Let's do it.
So this is actually an older song, and we did this on the first EP that came out, and it's one of everybody's favorite songs. So we redid it for the album, our debut album. We added horns and a couple other sections, and it got kind of like a reboot for the album. So there's 2 versions actually out there on Spotify and iTunes now, and it's one is very, very old, probably from like 2014, 15. And the other one's probably right around 2020, 2022. This one's called Wash. So take me as I am. Oh, watch me go, riding in the sand. And let the tide wash you out, take as I get. Oh, watch me go, riding in the sand. And let the tide wash it, be the wash. Let the tide wash it below. Ooh, let the tide wash it below. Ooh. Hey. There's something about your golden hair reminds me of that summer sun. A million push up in a sea. To me, there is no other one. Wherever you are, that's where I wanna be. I've been locked inside this mind of mine, but girl, you set me free. Sweetest peach up on the tree. Think about the birds and the bees. Oh, goddamn things I do to you. When I get you in the sheets, I got a shoulder into the road. Back to G and get your coats. I got some weed that we can smoke. About my babies in my bowl. Light me down, could take me higher. You always bring the fire. I do anything and everything to see you smile. So take me as I am. Oh, watch me go, riding in the sand. And let the tide wash you out, take me as I get. Oh, watch me go, riding in the sand. And let the tide wash it, be the wash. Let the tide wash it below. now I'm moving faster. Every day they say to stop and smell the roses. I just push them out the way. Hey, baby, take me to a place I can finally take my time, trying to satisfy my craving for a taste of life. And you know exactly how to make it cool. I don't even know what this you do. You listen like you're my new favorite too. So take me as I am. Oh, watch me go right in the sand. And let the time wash it well, take me as I can get. Oh, watch me go right in the sand. And let the time wash it below. Let the tide wash it below. Let the tide wash it below. So take me as I am. Oh, watch me go right in the sand. And let the tide wash it below.
Woo!
Yeah, wash.
That was so good.
Thank you.
Probably one of my favorites from you guys. So
Thank you.
yeah. So good.
I love it too because it's like impossible to be in a bad mood when you hear their music.
It's
like,
impossible to sit still.
yeah, exactly.
I was totally dancing around the whole time.
Nice. That's awesome.
I have to say, big props to you, Austin, for being able, like, that's a lot of multitasking you
Yeah.
have going on
Yeah.
there.
He
Yes.
He does well.
Yes.
So when you guys craft up a song, does each person have their own role, or is it like more of a collaboration?
It's been more of a collaboration in the last year than it's been like historically. Sometimes I'll come up with an idea. Dave will come up with an idea. We'll have like a rough demo done of the song, and then we'll share it with everybody, and they'll add their parts, and it'll kind of snowball and take change. And what if we try it this way? What if we try it that way? I'd say for the most part, one of us comes up with like kind of a melody or like a hook or a guitar thing, and then Dave's like, "What do you think about this?" And then sometimes we'll be on a drive in like the car or something on a tour run or something like that, and we'll humming along with it. Or another song, "Wishing Well," came when we were just having like
sound check.
Yeah, we were sound checking, and somebody played something random at a show that we had.
It sounds like our intro.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it was just a random sound check, and they were like, "Can you play the guitar?" And then everybody started playing along, and we were like, "Wait, this is actually great!" So
I think
then we
it
made it into a song.
It was a Mike from Soul Rebel. He was like turned around. He's like, "Yeah, guys, that's awesome." It was like just sound check
Soul
super
Rebel
early in the
project.
morning. Like
Totally.
it's great.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And that song's going to be on the new album, actually.
Yeah, that's actually
cool.
the one with
Yeah.
G-Love on it, which I'm
Cool.
super excited about. That
Yeah.
one is like awesome, just organic. We would like rehearse it. I remember we'd be like in the basement Sunday morning, like rehearsing at Andy's house in Rhode Island. Like after a show we played like 2 nights before, woke up 9 o'clock rehearsal. And his wife, oh man, she's amazing.
She makes a
the
mean
best.
quiche.
Oh, best.
Oh, I love quiches.
She hooked it up
Yeah.
and like always has food for us, and they're great. So, but super
We
fun
were,
one, yeah.
we were as well
That's
taken
awesome.
care of at Andy's.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jen.
Yeah, Jen, we love you.
Jen's great.
So you guys have toured around all over. Do you have a story of just something, one of the craziest things you've ever encountered at a gig
Oh,
or
man.
anything? Hey, mind you, no filters here.
No
Sure.
filters.
There was that guy recently when we were in New York. He was like dancing around with crazy arms, and Dave got a video of it. This dude was like in like the craziest highlighter colored like short shorts, and I don't know what he was on. He was on something crazy, and he's just like
Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm man.
going crazy. There's actually a video of it somewhere on social media. That was pretty crazy of that guy.
I think.
haven't seen anything funny like him in a long time.
Yeah.
Actually, it was great.
You know, we had some like crazy logistic stuff where like
Yeah.
we would end our show at like 11 o'clock and then like load in as the next morning, like 8 hours away at like
Driving through the night in the
9
middle of the
a.m.
night,
So
no
it's like,
sleep.
Yeah, you just drive the whole time.
Austin's laying in the back of
my
like
God,
the
yeah.
with the seatbelt in his butt, like,
Oh yeah. And
laying
then-
on the uncomfortable van seat.
yeah, I've spooned a lot with Andy recently. What else? We
When we were in Ocean City, it rained. There was like, I don't know, it was like
Torrential
huge,
downpours.
bad.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so the festival, Ocean's Calling, got out, and that's like a ton of people, and it was really flooded everywhere. So we're in this 12, 15 passenger Sprinter van, driving, trying to find our Airbnb, going down these tiny little roads. All of them are washed out.
totally shut
Because
down.
Ocean City is on like this long strip of land with water on both sides.
canals and
So
stuff.
like
Yeah.
it flooded out. And on top of that, there's like, I'm not even kidding, thousands of cars stuck in traffic.
Oh.
And we're
Jeez.
trying to navigate through like flooded out streets and thousands of people and people on foot. It was crazy. And it was dark out. So that was wild. That was not fun. We drove around for a while. Austin and I were in the van and we went another way and there was a huge car accident on the bridge when we were going by.
Yeah.
It was just absolute chaos when we left
Oh,
there.
wow.
Yeah. A lot of stuff like that happens. We're on some New York Parkway and the bridges are really short and we're like trying to scramble to see if we can find if like
The
the height of the
biggest
van is
van, we're
written
like,
anywhere. Like, there's got to be a sticker or something
We're
that
like
says
all,
this
like,
van is
crouching down as we go.
we're driving like 45 and everybody's going down and face the roof
Stereo
of the van
driving
and
it,
smashed. Oh man,
It's-
that's happened a couple times.
I definitely do that in my Jeep Grand Cherokee going into parking garages.
Yes. Oh my God. Do you
Where were we? Were we in? It was New York, and we squeezed it through a Wendy's. We squeezed a van through a Wendy's. So we had this
I'm
like
like,
this
yeah, you guys got it. Like,
this tiny little Wendy's with like the bar on the
Yeah.
At the corner of the drive-through, there was a dumpster in a pole, and it was like you could fit a Toyota Camry through it. It was like tiny little.
yeah.
It was
we
all
got this-
scraped up too.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
can tell people were dragging their
Oh,
cars.
man.
We were in an extended van, and somehow we got it through there. I'm not even kidding. We must have brushed it. It was like very, very thin.
Oh my
We
God.
made it through.
Dave let loose
Yeah.
that night too.
Yeah.
What show was that? So
Dave got drunk. We
who
were
did
in
you meet? We
Drunk
ran
Dave.
into someone. was-
Raised Fist Propaganda. We were
Yes.
in Manhattan. No, not Manhattan. Long Beach,
Long
New York.
Beach. Yeah.
And dude, Dave was drunk that night. Shout out to Dave. But we
Drunk
made it
Dave.
through there, and it was like
Okay.
2:00 in the morning because we
Yeah.
got out of the show, and we're like trying to get some chicken nuggets. And
I just wanted a Diet Coke. I was like, man, we had a night that was long.
we
got a
passed
huge
it
Diet
over his
Coke.
shoulder, and Dave
Dave
spills
was-
the whole thing.
Oh
So
no!
like we made it through. It was like this big ordeal. We made it through this tight little space where we definitely thought we were going to crash the van, and then we made it to the window, and it was like yes. And then it immediately just a full large Diet Coke all over this rental van too. So it's not even our
rental.
van. So we're like. Yeah, we had to go back out there with towels and everything.
Talk
and
about an
like-
adventure. Wow.
so basically, every time we go on a run,
Every
it's like
time
an
it's just
adventure like that. This was all the same run too. I think.
Yeah.
You
Same
guys need to
weekend.
like write a book, like the tour diaries or something.
We definitely
Yeah.
could for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I got a good one. We did do like a longer run, and this very nice band was like, yeah, we have like this RV you guys can stay at our house. And I'm like, all right, hell yeah,
love
cool.
that.
So we're like, they're amazing. We like did this one show. We're like driving back. They're coming from another show, and they're like, just park there and get in there. So we're like, awesome, cool. We like get there, and it's unseasonably like wicked cold in September, October.
Yeah,
it was like
freezing that night.
freezing. It was like dipping below 50, and so like
We didn't bring our own like blankets and
yeah, our
pillows, like ding
potatoes.
dongs.
We didn't
Like,
have any of
came
our own
so
blankets.
underprepared.
Oh,
So we
okay.
get there and like there's a couple beds and then there's like only a few blankets and all the windows that had been open. So
I
the
naturally, I
RVs.
claimed 2 pillows and a blanket.
Yeah. I go and like brush my teeth on the last. I'm like the potato. I like come out. I didn't plan anything. Don't have anything. And so it was, I just had a sheet and it was like so cold. It was like 40 something. So I'm like, I put my legs through my jacket. I'm like wrapping my body up. I'm like hood it down. I'm like, and it's like, we get back at like 2 in the morning. And I think we have to leave at 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
we only
God.
have a few hours and I'm freezing. I'm just like the whole night, like wrapped in my
Next
clothes.
time,
I'm like,
just you can come snuggle.
yeah. The bare warmth of Mike. But we made it through and then we played. And then the next day we were just like, we're getting a hotel right now. We just like got the
Yeah.
nice hotel with like a hot
Yeah, we
tub
did.
and like we just like
We took a nap before
yeah,
the show.
nap before the show. I'm like, what are we doing? Why don't I have a sleeping bag? Jesus.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The end of that run we did, it was the Brewfest in Gloucester.
Oh yeah.
And we drove back, and it was pouring rain, and we were flying back from, I think, was it New York or Maryland or somewhere? I think it was upstate New York. And we were flying
New
back.
York, Finger Lakes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Finger
okay.
Lakes.
And
I know that area.
Beautiful.
we
though.
made it
Yes.
back. It was raining. We were literally squeegeeing. So I was running production for the festival and like helping book with it. So we're like using squeegees, pushing the water off
wow.
the stage. Like,
I think it rained every show that run. Like
Yeah.
pouring rain.
I understand why you guys have custom ponchos
Yeah,
now.
we do.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yeah,
I think
that's
it was
genius.
actually for this
It's
exact
genius.
festival the year before. They ended
Yeah.
up canceling it because it rained.
Yeah.
But
It was
I
the
stuff
wind.
them with like stickers and the cards that I gave you guys.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go hand them out
Yeah,
to people.
that's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It's a good. It works too. They
Yeah.
look at me like, "Who's this guy handing stuff out?" And then they realize that they actually need this poncho because it's soaking wet.
You're just a
Yeah.
capeless hero now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's marketing 101 right
It
there.
is. Yep. Supply and demand, baby.
Give the people what they want.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like you guys could have your own TikTok channel of just behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes shenanigans.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on, like just to
Yeah.
make it all happen and
For
work.
sure. All we eat is beef jerky and protein bars too. That's it. Like the whole run.
Chicken in a can. You ever had chicken in a can?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
chicken in a can.
yeah, yeah.
Chicken in a can and a bag of rice.
That's it. Protein.
Kinda.
It's the sacrifice made for the
Sometimes
band.
we show up and they're like, "What do you guys want to drink?" And we get orange vanilla polars. This is good.
Oh yeah.
That's what we want. Good.
Like on the next tour on that demand list for
Yeah, that's gonna be on the
that's
rider.
It's gonna be on the rider.
There you go. Yeah, Mike, put that on your
Put that
rider.
right on the-
Orange, vanilla, polar.
Yeah.
I used to always say like blue M&Ms as a joke, just to be like an asshole. Like, no one ever did it, and I like showed up one place and they like gave me a plate of blue M&Ms, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry." Like,
Who picked
I was
through these?
totally
That would be bucket
joke.
list for me. I'd be like, "Wow, I made it."
Yeah, I was
We're
so
here
proud.
now.
I was like, "This is awesome." Like, blue M&Ms. Like, I don't even want to eat them.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would do the same thing. I'd have the most ridiculous requests.
Yeah, people don't usually.
They
read
hide
it,
them
you
at the
know?
bottom of like the contracts and
Yeah.
stuff to make sure people are
See if you
actually
actually
read
do
them.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Usually ours is like Pabst Blue Ribbon, bottle of Jameson,
We're like,
See.
we don't
some
really care.
Oreos.
See, for like you guys, you kind of got through the process without having to fill out the form, but on our form that, it says, first of all, there's no guarantees.
Yeah.
Like that you filling out this form means you're coming on the show.
Right.
It's all about how you fit. But at the very bottom it says no stairway.
yeah,
Yeah.
No stairway to heaven.
No free bird.
No free bird.
Yeah.
Fair.
I guess we're not playing our encores tonight.
But
Just delete that set list.
Do you play those often?
No.
No, you don't do it.
No. I actually don't know Freebird.
Really? I know Stairway just because it's like epic. It's like
I think maybe I do. I don't know. I confuse it with Hotel California.
oh,
do
yeah.
a mashup.
Ooh. Okay.
That would be great.
That would be great. Is that allowed?
Yeah, of course,
All right,
of course.
so,
Yeah.
So speaking of songs like that, and like Stairway to Heaven, did you guys have? What was your first songs that you guys first learned?
First album I ever had was Jimi Hendrix.
Ooh.
I was like
Nice.
a little kid, and I saw Wayne's World, and I was like, bro, Jimi Hendrix is amazing. So I was like really turned on to that, and then Nirvana was like the first. I had both like cassette tapes of Nirvana, and I would just play to that all the time.
Rock.
Yeah. I was huge into that growing up. And my dad played guitar and was a musician too, so I had that a little bit. I think, Mike, you had that kind of background with the music too, right?
Yeah, very similar. My mom was always like singing and playing music when she was doing anything in the house. And my dad was a musician too, so it was always just kind of around. I had similar too. It started with like rock stuff. I had the tapes, like Kid Rock,
Oh yeah.
Limp Bizkit,
Oh,
like a
man.
cassette tape.
Yeah.
And that was like the time Creed was big. Like,
Yeah.
that
Oh, I
whole,
remember.
like around that era.
They're back.
They're back. Yep.
Yep.
With arms wide open.
I started like jamming along with. I got a drum. I had access to a drum set first, and I was just like playing around. And then I was gifted a bass, so I was like jamming with that. And then I picked up guitar. After that, I think the first time I ever performed a song was actually Sublime Song. What I Got was the first song I ever like performed live to anybody.
What a great
Do we have a
song.
song
Yeah.
about that too? About your
Yeah, we
first
do have a song about
performance?
that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on the next album.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
We do. That's a great song. My best friend's older brother, CP, shout out to CP. His older brother, MP, who was our first bass player, Rest in peace, he passed away during the first recording of our first album, which was kind of a huge spot in our history of like, we were on a pretty big trajectory, like kind of the similar place where we are now. The album's in its way up, got a lot of buzz going on, and kind of had our feet taken out from under us as, when MP passed away. But he recorded, so the first album, the bass that you hear is actually him still. So he recorded all of his bass parts before he left us. But he had a huge influence on me. His band actually they had an acoustic band, so they were called The Influence, which is crazy.
Oh, wow.
And they were in Gloucester. They had some like local followings. They were playing gigs. They were in the paper a bunch of times. It was really cool. So I played a summer block party with him. So we were always in the room, and he was always playing his bass along to Sublime stuff. And there was like a block party in the summer that they had once a year. My friend and his family in the neighborhood. And they play on the front porch to the neighborhood and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
And his dad made me get up there and play. I was like really shy, didn't want to do it. And he's like, no, you got to go up. And that song was what I got.
Wow.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
pretty awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That was like 6 months ago.
So Sublime.
I'm just kidding.
Well, let's see what you guys got. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. It's one of those parties.
It's one of those parties. Let's dive into another song.
Sure.
Yeah. What do you want to play?
I think maybe like Something in the Water, Compass, one of the older ones.
Let's do something in the water.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's heating up in here, guys. I'm getting warm.
Oh yeah.
This was called Something in the Water. It was for a long time. I think it still might be our second most streamed song that we have. It's very old. It was on the first EP that was recorded back in 2014 and 15. And it's still, years later, almost a decade later, actually almost exactly a decade later, is still a lot of people's favorite songs that we play. And it's new to everybody who hasn't heard it yet. So.
Need to re-record it, I think.
Yeah, I think we should. Well, it was one of those afternoons. Well, there wasn't much to do. So I called you, you said come on through. We got 30 rack of beers and a bottle of booze. So I throw my car in drive. I got nothing left to lose. So I throw my car in drive, 'cause I've got nothing left to prove. Well, as I pull up to the house, I pull a beer out the box. Walked up the stairs, gave the door a few knocks. Yeah, and I poured myself a shot, 2 shots too tall. Before I knew it was tasting like nothing at all. Had the liquor flowing like a waterfall. Liquor flowing like a waterfall that day. There must be something in the water, feeling kinda strange. Woke up next to this girl, didn't even know her name. Still have my boots on, an empty bottle on the floor. Woke up to smoke another cigarette out on the porch, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know her name. So goddamn, I didn't know. No, I didn't know her name. There must be something in the water. Hey. Something in the water. And now it's one of those nights, like this. I was feeling alright, and I'm hitting on my cup, so I know I just gotta win. And I'm feeling like a snowflake blowing in the wind. Said I'm feeling like a snowflake blowing in the wind. When just then walking through the door, some pretty little thing I never seen before. She was about 5'5", some pretty green eyes, knocking me out with those metal broken tires. She caught my eye while I was in line for the cake. And when I woke up the next morning, all that I could say, something in the water, feeling kinda strange. Woke up next to this girl, didn't even know her name. So I had my boots on, an empty bottle on the floor. Woke up to smoke another cigarette out on the porch, and I didn't even know her name. Goddamn, I didn't know. No, I didn't know her name. Must be something in the water. Yeah, there must be something in the water. There must be something in the water. I'm feeling kinda strange. Woke up next to this girl. Didn't even know her name. Still have my boots on. An empty bottle on the floor. Woke up to smoking up a cigarette out on the porch. And I didn't even know her name. Yeah,
Nice job.
that's an old one. Something in the water. It,
Oldie but goodie.
Yeah.
old one. That was actually co-written. It was kind of a true story about a day we were hungover. I woke up at a friend's house, and all of us were kind of sitting on the couches, like nursing hangovers, like with the blankets and like watching some kind of, I don't know, on the TV. And I was like strumming the guitar,
yeah.
and I was like, "There's something in the water." And then someone else said like another line. And then another person said another line, and then we like kind of put it all together.
I think we should just tell people it's about Boston. Yeah, something in the water, you know, it's about Boston.
It's about Boston.
Thank you so much.
Speaking of water.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you to our sponsor, Polar Seltzer.
Orange vanilla. It's really good.
This reminds me of my childhood. It's like creamsicle.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice.
That's why I got him the it brings back the childhood memories.
I like that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you got it.
If you have a good childhood, this will remind you of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll be right back after these brief messages.
In 2025, be on the lookout for Derek D. Acoustic's upcoming album, Ashes to Acoustics, The Sonic Revival. Throughout the year, Derek will be releasing several singles, leading up to the full album release, which will include a few extra tunes just for you. Ashes to Acoustics features live acoustic covers performed at open mics at the Otter River Pub, recorded by Soundbites events and open mics. You'll find them on all streaming platforms, so make sure you follow Derek at Derek D. Acoustic to stay updated on these releases. Enjoy Ashes to Acoustics, the Sonic Revival in 2025 and beyond.
And now back to our show. Well, guys, so you have quite a few songs. I know you're working on some new ones.
Yeah.
But do you have, as of right now, do you have one that's like a favorite song?
I'm trying to ask your favorite child.
That's
I
exactly
like them
where I'm
all
going.
equally.
Yeah.
They're all really nice.
Honestly, I get like super hyper fixated on the ones that we're working on currently.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
like the newest one, the one I'm vibing on.
Yeah.
It'll be like my favorite song. I listen to it like 600 times, like in a day, like every day. And then some new song will come on, and I know that one will be my favorite.
Yeah. I'm the same way. It's like you get into that like focus of like, how can you make this better? Like, what can you tweak? Like, what words are you working on? Like, this drum part. So like we've been listening to that so much. I think like Dreamin's probably one of my favorite.
Yeah.
And I love the song Cruise Control.
Oh, I love
Yes.
that one.
That one's really fun too.
Yeah.
We didn't play it for a long time.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we just
Just
never
started
played it.
reintroducing it like within the last year.
And it's so fun. And I got to break apart the production because I'll do some of the like the tracking, the set list stuff.
Yeah.
And there's so many cool things in the album that like I didn't even realize were there. Once I got all the tracks to it, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow, there's like cool little octave distorted like vocal things
Yeah.
underneath everything. And it's like it's a really fun one. That
With
one's awesome.
with Cruise Control too, like just listening to those like lyrics, I can almost like it paints a picture in my mind. Like I can picture you guys all on like, you know, like a V-dub bus,
Yeah.
leaving the city, you know, growing
That's
up,
it right there.
right there, yes.
Eating beef jerky.
Eating beef jerky, yeah. Like, but I can totally, you know, you're like, I'm leaving the city. There's the skyline, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
paints
the
a
story.
picture.
That is a true story. That song is about the first time we ever went on tour. It wasn't really much of a tour. We played like 2 gigs or 3 gigs or something like that because one fell apart. We were supposed to have some connected another one, and it kind of just didn't work out. But we all just packed up our cars, 2 cars and 5 dudes, and just drove to Florida.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and we drove to Florida. We played a couple of gigs. We played 2 in Jacksonville. I went to school in Jacksonville. We played a couple of gigs down there, and we camped at a campsite, all of us, and we slept in hammocks that were tied to
That's
the trees.
awesome.
Yeah, it was like bootstrapped, really bootstrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wrote that song about that's a true story.
Yeah, and CP smoked a bunch of pot, and that's true.
Yeah, you
too.
did, actually. I was in Georgia.
Yeah.
And Georgia was like really strict about weed laws, but CP was like, I need to stop.
I'm so high.
He did. And then Dave actually, like, wild card, he ended up like adventuring the town on his own.
Ooh.
And then showing back up at our hotel room really late. And I think we almost got kicked out of the hotel because we had like too many people there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But that was yeah. We didn't do a lot of music playing, but we did a lot of like touring and adventuring and like thinking we were rock stars that first one.
Well, you know, I think that's as an important component to being part of a band.
Yeah.
As the music is just, you know, vibing with your bandmates
Right.
and you know, getting to know them and strengthening that bond.
It really is, because you spend a ton of time. I mean, second to your family and your like loved ones and your like maybe coworkers if you're working a job. Like your band, especially if you're in like a committed, it's like a committed relationship. So if you're like in a committed relationship with your band,
Are you
then,
cheating
like,
on me?
we're together a lot. We
Yeah.
talk a lot on the phone. We're texting each other all the time. We're like
It's cool.
working on things. It is. We spend more time with each other sometimes than we do with our families and everybody else. So that being close and like liking each other is a very big part
Yes.
of
Yeah.
being in a band.
Hygiene's also very important.
A
Staying
lot of close quarters together.
Yeah.
five dudes in a van.
Yeah, 5 dudes. Yeah,
Luckily, we were pretty clean.
mostly. Yeah.
Dave stinks.
Yeah, we love you, Dave. We love you.
Oh man.
So, I guess this can be like an individual question for the two of you,
Yeah.
but living or dead, a dream artist you'd like to collaborate with?
That's a good one. Living or dead. Are you gonna go first?
Or you could do a living in a dead.
You gotta go
Yeah.
first. I think I gotta think about this one.
So right now, if there was someone we could get on a song, who would it be?
I think Bradley. That'd
Yeah.
be sick.
Yeah.
If we could get on a song with Bradley Noel. Jacob's actually an attainable goal. I bet we could get Jacob on
He's
a
amazing.
song.
Yeah,
He
he's awesome.
sounds so much like his dad.
He does.
I'm gonna say Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Ooh.
All right, that's fair.
I don't know. He's just always been kind of one of my favorite artists, and his artistry, like, he just came out with an incredible country album. I went to see the show in Fenway.
Yeah.
It was like the best concert I've ever been to.
I saw Posty back in 2019 at Voodoo Fest in New Orleans.
Sick.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
I think if we could get Post to do an American reggae song, it would be sick.
Hell yeah.
He's
We
coming
can do
around
this.
again. And he's doing a tour.
Gillette.
Yeah, with was Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
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 It's crazy.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
So-
Posty, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I said this earlier, but like, it was my first cassette tape. I feel like Nirvana, like Kurt
Yeah.
Cobain, if I could
Yeah.
do anything, like
Yeah.
Kurt.
Jimmy.
I just don't know if Kurt would like, you know, he probably wouldn't vibe with our music, you know, but I think maybe
I'd be
he
like,
could.
you guys
He's like,
are.
you guys suck. No, but
Like a grunge feel to.
yeah. Some of the stuff we get a little heavier on,
Yeah, we
but
do.
like, yeah, I mean, I grew up in that genre. My first band was like a Nirvana cover band, and we just played like the weird, rare songs of Nirvana. Like they have Incesticide with this, which is this album. And they had like these bootleg things called Outcesticide, and they were like
Oh,
these
yeah.
really weird songs. So like, I think having him on anything or like doing anything with
That
him
would be really cool.
crazy. And then the other cliche one, like Led Zeppelin. I feel like
Oh
I
my
love
god.
Led Zeppelin.
I
I'm
love
like,
Led Zeppelin.
and they're not getting back together, so I think
No.
that'd be really cool though.
That was my first album I collected. It was Led Zeppelin.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Bonham fan growing up. Just like drums is like amazing. That really shaped my playing a lot.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just incredible. Yeah, that band is just incredible. I know it's too bad too. I'm like they're definitely retired. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they did a reunion show and Dave Grohl took out billboards so he could play drums for Led
I
Zeppelin.
fucking love Dave Grohl.
Yeah, they did one tour in like the UK.
amazing.
My friend flew out to see them and he's like, you should go. And I was like, nah, man, they're going to do a tour around here. Of course they're going to do a tour.
Right.
Never did another show ever. never once. And John Bonham's son played drums for him, I think.
I saw
Jason
that.
Bonham. He got to play drums. But I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's cool.
That's pretty badass. You flew out to see Led Zeppelin play in like the 2000s and they never did another show.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think
Once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, but you know, I think Dave ended up doing some really cool stuff. He had like John Paul Jones play on a like weird side project. It was pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So he wasn't in Led Zeppelin, but it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. No. Well, those are great choices for sure.
Except for reggae, probably David Hines.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
It's really
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
We're like,
Yeah.
that's a possibility for
That's a
us right now.
possibility,
Yeah,
yeah.
their longtime manager, Paul Palmer, is working with us on the second album.
Unbelievable.
Taking on kind of like a executive producer, helping manage role with the project. And we're working on a song, hopefully, to get David Hines from Still Pulse.
Yeah.
I'd say like any of those legacy artists that
For
like
sure.
you don't see a lot, I would love to have on our songs just to
Yeah.
like pay homage to like
Yeah.
where it comes from. They do that a lot in hip hop too,
For
where
sure.
like
Yeah.
the new age hip hop doesn't really acknowledge like where it came from,
Their
and, like, where it
roots.
started, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to acknowledge that kind of stuff.
I think
So,
that's
like,
awesome. That's like a real obtainable one. Like, and I think
Yeah.
having even like the guys from like Bumpin' or Ballyhoo,
Yeah.
like those guys we've looked up to for so long, having them on a
Yeah,
song would be, or like
great guys that we grew up
listening.
listening to. Having people from Slightly, like Paul
yeah.
Wollstonecroft from Slightly Stupid, that's another big band.
It's huge for us.
Like the
having them on.
Boston's.
Yeah.
Imagine that production.
yeah, that'd be crazy too.
Having any
Yeah.
of the bands that we grew up, G Love and Special Sauces is on our second album.
Yeah, which is
He's
crazy.
like,
It's amazing.
I listened to him a ton when I
Yeah.
was a kid. So to have his feature on the album is like one of those moments for us. It feels really good.
Yeah,
That's cool.
those are more obtainable, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
See, what you gotta do is you gotta, get together a Reggae-Rock festival out here and just get all those.
Oh my God. Can you
Yes.
imagine?
They've been doing a lot of cool.
Yeah.
They had one Outermost. G Love Outermost Music Fest, Roots and Blues Festival, was on the Cape recently.
Oh,
the last couple
nice.
months. And they had Slightly Stupid and Donovan Frankenreiter, Jack Johnson.
Johnson, I was gonna
G
say,
Love.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the Elevators played. I think it was really good.
Bumpin' does their own festival
Yeah.
too. We played. What was the one in Western Mass that we played? That was really cool. That was
Garden Grove. That was his bad.
Yes.
That was Bad
Ooh.
Fish. That one
Yeah,
was really
that
cool.
just
Bumping up
happened
Bass
not that
just
long
on
ago.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
recent.
Yeah.
July? This July? Just
Yeah.
past July?
Yeah, but that was
the
an
last, like, 5,
awesome
6 months.
crew.
That was like what, out in the Berkshires, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful area out there.
Really
It's
cool. It was our
gorgeous.
first time playing that. It had that festival was around pre-COVID, and then
Okay.
took a little bit off because of COVID. And then I think this might have been the first year back or
it?
second year back.
That was another one we played like the night before. We drove like all through the night to get there for like
We drove straight
a
there.
crazy
Wow.
load. It was like 9:30, and we drove all night.
It rained
long.
there too.
Yeah.
We passed up.
Yeah, we passed up ponchos, but I think we played it.
I
Didn't
want
rain
a
for us.
poncho.
Do we have any with us?
I don't have any with us, but I definitely we can get Nikki.
we'll get Nikki some
Oh,
ponchos.
yeah.
DJ poncho.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But it's so cool to you see you guys out there performing, doing all these really cool things, playing alongside so many awesome
Yeah.
bands and other musicians. Just absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited for you guys for your
Thank you.
for your what's coming on down the road.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
I'm
know?
excited too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah.
you though.
Yeah, definitely. So speaking of, living that dream, do you have any advice that you would give to any aspiring musicians that are out there that are just starting out?
That's actually a good question.
Go for it. Do it.
I would say just do it as we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Put your
Do it
time
now.
into do
Right.
it now. There's never a better time. Follow your heart, and you have to love it. You have to want to do it 100% and just go in, throw your heart into it,
Yeah.
and know your shit. Like know your instrument in and out.
Yeah.
Like play your stuff and be devoted to it. And
Takes a
if you
certain
try
level of
hard-
commitment, yeah.
It does, but if you try really hard, you put your heart into it.
It's totally doable.
It's all that matters.
If you have talent and you
Yeah.
believe in it, go for it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Just rock and rock it.
Figure it out as you go.
Might sleep on some couches for a little bit.
Yeah.
You might sleep in vans.
It's not easy,
No
or else
heat,
everybody
but-
would do it. Being a full time musician is like really hard. There's business aspect to it. There's
Yeah.
a life aspect to it. There's
Yeah.
like you don't always want to even play the show.
I just saw your
Yeah.
post about where you turned a
Yeah.
gig down.
yeah,
That
I
was
had to
crazy.
I had to actually leave a gig.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Because it was just like really crazy. There was strict about licensing, and I'd never really encountered that. But it's more like the energy and how it was communicated than like actually having an issue with not being told to not. I couldn't
Yeah.
play Post Malone was an artist that I couldn't play.
Really?
That was the
Yeah.
one, huh?
Yeah, actually, I couldn't play.
Oh.
I took a screenshot. They asked me for a set list of like what I was going to play so that they could check to see if it was licensed.
But you're a read the room kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't use a set list. I just go in and I play. If I get a request, I'll go that way. See people
Yeah.
tapping their shoes and like
Yeah.
getting into it. Then we just play more stuff like that. And I'll play in the first set. I'll play like a wave of all different things just to like test and
Yeah.
see. So it was. It was a private event for a friend of mine, and I wasn't really expecting to have anything like that prepared. And I was kind of like a laid back thing. I'm just gonna show up, play for his customers, and like hang out. So they asked me for this, and I sent them a list of it. And then I get there, and I'm thinking like they're not really gonna be like checking it or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
this is fine. I'm just gonna send them a random screenshots of my app that I use to look up chords.
Sure.
And I get there, and they had the screenshots printed out on a desk with their laptops up, and they were like
no.
checking off songs and like, you can't play this one. And I'm like, oh man, and I'm like, I'm setting up, and I'm like gauging like whether or not how serious they really are about this. So I'm like,
Yeah.
so like, have you had issues with this before? Like, trying to like understand what's going on.
Yeah, some perspective.
And it was like. They were taking it really seriously, and no, it's definitely a real law. There's definitely real
Oh,
things
yeah.
if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
a commercial establishment that's playing music, even on your Spotify
You need a
or anything.
live music license.
Yeah, you need
Yeah, you get a blanket
blanket
license, so it just covers
Yeah.
it all.
You get a blanket license. So this place actually has a blanket license with ASCAP EMI. But then now in today's world, there's like more of those PRO companies that all the artists, Post Malone being one of them, is not on ASCAP EMI apparently.
There's like CSAC. There's like
Right.
3
There's a couple other ones,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So then I've never ran into that. So I was told like I couldn't play songs for fear of like licensing and copyright stuff. So I was-
Fines and all the things.
I just
and-
like wasn't prepared for that. And in my mind, like I definitely was going to play songs that weren't on that list. Like it was a fake list to begin with. And they already said no to the 3 songs that were on my fake list that I sent.
yeah.
So I was like, oh man, I'm going to get in trouble or somebody's going to get there. And it was a private group of my friend who's a realtor, his clients. It was like a client appreciation thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't want to risk like getting into it with like the owners of the venue in front of this guy's clients, like
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
were stopping, like you can't play this song, like wow. So I was just like, you know what, guys, like I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I'm just gonna go.
I think when it's a private event too, it's like it's not open to the public. You're not playing it
Yeah.
for the mass audience.
I just
It's
like
kinda
when I like a secret agent sitting in the corner,
But like everyone
waiting
has a
for me to play that
smartphone
one
now,
song.
you know, like anybody can just put that crap on TikTok or
Yeah,
whatever, and then
yeah.
it gets hairy.
You know,
Yeah.
It's like jaywalking that rule. Like it's illegal, but everybody's just doing it anyway.
it's so weird. Like that was one of the things that we had to really.
The mattress tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to we had to really research, because we had talked about master licensing
Yeah.
and then a synchronization license
Yeah.
that's attached to if you put it on
Totally.
video,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We were going to talk to you guys about that today too.
yeah,
so.
yeah. I had to hire a intellectual property attorney to kind of
Yeah.
just walk me through everything.
Yeah.
There's so many things outside of just performing your song and singing, even other people's songs and covers and stuff that people don't know. The venues and artists all go through.
Yeah.
This was something that I haven't really seen taken very seriously. It's definitely can be, and there are
Yeah.
random instances of venues getting fined, pretty big fines.
They do.
violations of this stuff.
And
So
usually it's bigger venues that are
Yeah,
yeah, bigger audience.
right?
but-
So.
right.
I mean, it's definitely a real thing, but I was just taken aback. If the musical industry starts to go that way, it's gonna be real hard for guys trying to start
Yeah.
out and find gigs when they have to play certain songs and
They're
be
limited.
afraid
Yeah.
that they're gonna get a cease and desist letter in the mail from performing other people's songs.
Well, not only that, the new thing is now with at least I've encountered it with Facebook. We have our new intro song that we recorded with Route 2 Revolution, and we paid for that. We have exclusive rights to it,
Yep.
and every time we post a video, there's like one or two random record labels that will claim rights to it.
It's very
Really?
Yeah.
similar to something or like
Something like that.
algorithm caught it.
And then we
somewhere.
gotta
Yeah.
like say, no, there's the receipt from the recording
Yeah, here's
studio.
the
It's
receipt.
ours.
Yeah.
And I'm all about everybody getting paid too. I'm like, I want Posted to get paid for it. And
Yeah.
like everybody. So it's like, there's got to be a good way to do it. And I just think that's like maybe a weird thing and a weird venue. But that's, if we can go back to the previous question, what's one advice you would give somebody? I would say, hey, it's 50% business, 50%
Yeah.
music. You make
really
sure you
is.
do both. Make
There's
sure you
a
do
lo-
both.
Yeah, you got to take it
Because
seriously.
you can be the best shredder in your
Yeah.
basement, and the only person who's going to hear you is your mom.
Because you don't have a good
Yeah.
business sense.
So
really.
you gotta be on there, like get on TikTok, and as much as I hate
Yeah.
that, it's like get on Instagram, get on TikTok.
Social media is the bane of my
Yeah,
existence. I don't really
work
love
on
it
your
either, but-
music. Do both. Brand yourself, and it's the same thing. It's like get out there, do both. It's really important.
The first cover song that was ever played on our show, Andy Kuchta did Fly from Sugar Ray.
Nice. Great
And
one.
before
Yeah.
that song was even over, we got a notification from Facebook saying due to copyright laws or whatever, like it completely just pulled that whole
Muted
part
the
of that
section of it as well.
of that live
Mark
out.
McGrath was like,
No,
yeah.
we got marked like hard.
They do that with us with our own songs.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
our own songs get flagged for
Yeah.
copyright, and they'll mute it, and then I have to go in and appeal it.
Yeah,
and say
we had to
it's our
appeal
song.
it. I mean, it took all of like 5 minutes to appeal, where like we literally said it was a cover and they threw it back in there. But
Yeah.
before, like as soon as we hit like done on the live, half of it was already gone.
Wow.
That's like the dark side of new streaming and technology and music now.
AI
It's like,
picking up on that. Yeah.
licensing and copyrights and all that
Or,
stuff.
or pay the people, pay the artists, like figure it out and pay them
Yeah.
right. You
A
know?
fair share, not pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's a whole different world now.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that
Completely different scene than it was
yeah.
when I started. Yeah.
Yeah, and that circles back to what you talked about with marketing being 50% of it. Like it's absolutely true. Like it used to be that you used to have the record labels that would come in and do all that for you.
Yeah.
You just had to produce the music. But now that we have all these streaming platforms out there,
You're doing everything.
you're doing
Yeah.
everything.
Man.
Everything
Yeah.
yourself, which
It's
is
almost-
cool.
TikToks,
Yeah.
baby.
You have the ability to do things that you never had
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
but you have to do those things. And sometimes that takes away from like the art and the artistry of it. Is
Yeah.
wearing so many hats and being so distracted by all these other things like follower accounts and stream numbers and all this stuff, which matters. And
Popularity contest at that
Yeah,
it
exactly.
is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Cool
it takes
thing
a
is,
little bit
though-
away from.
Sorry to interrupt. The cool thing
Yeah.
is like you can be in the middle of like a barn in Nebraska and get found and get
Yeah,
famous
that
because
is the cool part.
you
Right.
hustle and you make music.
Right.
So it's like, before I think it's like you got to play a million venues, open for a million people and do it. And I think that's really important. Super
Yeah.
important. Get out there and
Yeah.
play.
Do
But,
it.
like, the cool
Yeah.
thing
Get out
is
there and do it.
Yeah.
Network, meet new people.
Yeah,
Right.
100%. But do both. Like hustle online too, because you get your song picked up and
Yeah.
it gets heard, and that's
Yeah.
huge.
Like my sister and I actually had a pretty cool conversation the other day, and it's like, think back, like way back to times like when you had like your West Coast rap and your East Coast rap, and it's like how long it took for West Coast to get discovered here because
Yeah.
we didn't have the power of social media
No.
and all that stuff. It was like eventually their mixtape made it this way
Radio
from
or mixtape
somebody's
or a show
Someone
or
somebody's
drove
backpack,
over.
yeah, through somebody's backpack, or eventually
Yeah.
like the radio waves started
Yeah.
to catch and move over. But it's like it's such different times now.
It's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's put another song out there.
Let's do it.
You're killing it with the zingers today and the
Well,
segues.
you
Look at
know,
you go.
Should we try doing Fly by Sugar Ray and see how it goes?
Oh my God, let's can we?
We probably could.
Sorry.
No,
don't wanna get shut down.
we've done plenty of covers since then. They
okay,
haven't
cool.
bothered us.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? What do you got, Mikey?
You want to do like Compass or anything from the new album?
Yeah, we could do Balance. We could do Compass. We could do. What's one from the new album you want to drop a?
I do like Compass personally.
This is a brand new one.
Let's do it.
Ooh, I like this.
I don't think we've played this for anybody yet.
I don't even know what song it is.
So we're on. This is one of the two songs that we're working on right now. That are making the album last minute, and we're just kind of like crafted them. We have to record them and stuff to add. Brand new tune. I don't even think we really have a name for it yet. I've been calling it Today.
Call it the musical chair.
Yeah. Musical chair. Alright. Hey. Na 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 here. Na 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 oh. Na 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 here. Na 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 oh. Na 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 here. Na 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 oh. Na 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 here. Go ahead and drink your drink like you're supposed. This world is going crazy every day. I'm losing hope tonight to spend my last dollar. Wake up in the morning room. Tomorrow might not come. I guess these days you never know. And if today was my day, the time is right now. Would I do it all the same and do it over somehow? Take all my good ideas, write them all down, so I can show the whole world all the love that I found. Hope you find yours too. I hope you find your truth. I've been searching for answers, I ain't found no proof. All I know is today is the only day that matters, and that this promise to be lost to what comes after. For my hours with happiness and laughter, it's your story, you can write a new chapter. Na 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 na, I hear. Na 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 na, oh, na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. I write songs for the uninvited and all those who need loving guidance. Well, Lord knows we all could use some. Oh, 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 oh. But cherish those who chose to stand beside you. When all fails, let your spirit guide you, and trust that your lucky stars will lead you. Oh, if today was my day, I wouldn't look back, regret my mistakes or the fun that I had. I followed my heart, I made my own path. The ups and the downs, took the good with the bad. Today is the only day that matters. Ain't nothing's promised, don't last till what comes after. Fill my hours with happiness and laughter. It's your story, you can write a new chapter. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. Na 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 na, yeah. Today's the only day that matters. Ain't nothing's promised, don't get lost in what comes after. I'll fill your hours with happiness and laughter. It's your story, you can write a new chapter. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. Na 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 na, yeah. Na 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 na, oh. Na 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 na, yeah.
Woo.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, thank you
love
guys
that.
for
That was the first
sharing
time we
that.
ever played that one live together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I know. I feel extra special now. I mean, I am pretty special because, you know.
That was an exclusive release there.
Yeah, exactly.
Exclusive live preview.
February now, actually.
There's a teaser for your next album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So that one's called Today, I think.
Nice.
We're working on it currently. In the studio, we're in the demo process right now, trying to get all the pieces and arrangements done so that we can get into the studio and track it. We're going to try and do it in one full day.
okay.
And so that we can add it to the rest of the list of songs for the album.
Yeah.
I wrote that one just kind of like randomly. The hook was years ago. We were in Key West in a leaky RV with Joe Samba. When he first was down there, his RV was parked in a Winn-Dixie parking lot, and it was leaking. And we were on our first,
Oh.
Dave, me, CP, and Joe was with his cousin.
Yeah.
And they were in this parking lot, and they were like, yeah, man, the roof to the RV's leaking, but you guys can come and hang out. We had nowhere else to go, so we were like sleeping in the car. It was like our first trip to Key West. So we went and hung out in the leaky roof RV, and we were jamming out, and I came up with that idea. And years later, we're like, is there anything else we can add to the album, whatever? So I picked it up and started playing it again. And it kind of just morphed into, we were in Ocean City when I started jamming it, and everybody else was like, wow, that's pretty good. We
It's a
should,
sweet one.
yeah, we should
Yeah.
use that. So
Yeah.
I recorded a rough demo of it now and added some harmonies and some things. Austin started to play with some drums.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
They've never jammed it out.
Yep.
So.
Oh, that's
Never,
cool.
That was the first time I actually played it together. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm telling you, it's I'm excited for the album release.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. If
Yeah.
that's the bar there, that bar,
Yeah.
that's going to be a great.
that one's brand new. Probably
Brand
one of the newest ones of the
Yeah.
record.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Nikki. You got a question?
Yeah. Can you share a moment where you felt like you made a significant impact on someone's life through music?
Oh man.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah. So where I come from, at least in Gloucester, it's really like not a ton of things to do. Or at least when I was
Fish.
growing up, yeah,
Yes.
there's not a ton of
Yeah,
things to
right.
do, not a ton of things to
Watch
like
the perfect storm over and over.
be or like
Right.
right. Everybody just kind of stays there. Nobody ever goes over the bridge.
Yeah.
And so I think there's been a lot of times where people have been inspired to follow like their dream and their path because I am doing it and so open and vocal about like the ups and downs of what I'm doing, but I share so open about my story and like pursuing passions and chasing my dreams that it has influenced other people to do that same thing.
Get over the bridge.
Yeah, seriously. So there's like some other artists and some other kids that I've helped get gigs and been mentoring that have made a really big impact that are maybe gigging for a living now or like decided to go for it because they saw that I was going for it. And that's awesome. Other things like really personal songs and stuff that we've had. People have reached out, whether it's through, social media or come to us at the merch table and said like, man, like your music has really helped us through a tough time.
I love that.
Yeah, don't you love that?
Love that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. A connection on a deeper level when people can. You're so vulnerable and you write the words in the songs and it means something to you. But if somebody else can listen to that and they feel that too and they relate that to their own life or experience, that's incredible. It's magic. It really is. And we've had that happen a lot more as of late. We've had people driving hours from out of state across state lines to see us in like New Jersey, and they saw us like 2 years ago, and they've been waiting for us to come back, or stuff like that. They have their own personal experience and story about, we saw you back in whatever. It was great. We were seeing our favorite band, and you guys blew us away. I was with now she's my wife. Like, there's like cool stories like that where like we go back with some people and fans that then now they bring their kids to the shows and like cool stuff like that
That's
too.
cool.
Even just the tiniest ways of just being in people's playlists more and more this year when they're doing whatever they're doing in their life.
Excuse me.
I feel like now our influence has grown to more people than it's ever been.
Yeah.
Doing more stuff like this, like podcasts and talking about it. I've gone to, I think this is like 4 or 5 podcasts this year.
Oh, that's
Fourth or
cool.
fifth. Yeah, we've just been kind of like going out and talking and meeting people and doing the thing.
Yeah.
And we're pretty open on all of our socials. We talk to people that come to the shows and they buy
love
merch and like we write handwritten notes to everybody who orders something on the website and stuff. We know pretty much all of our super fans by first name.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
awesome.
I can count that. If you were to like have me write down a list, I could probably write down like by name like who our top listeners are on Spotify. Now it sounds like Chris is one on it.
Absolutely.
First, second, and third.
That's right.
No, it's good that you guys are so humble.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see how it's gone from just like a simple dream to like something that's real and tangible that is measurable.
Yeah.
You can see the numbers and the people that have interacted with the music and are listening. And
Well, it keeps up the motivation for you guys
yeah,
too.
it's really
For
cool.
sure.
Yeah.
It is really cool because it's part of writing and putting out music is you're always kind of self-conscious about it. Like if people are going to like it, we're like, you're not supposed to make it for other people. It's supposed to be for you. But
Right. Sure.
there's a big factor of whether anybody's going to like it and listen to it or not.
You want people to want to come out and see you play too. So.
And I mean, it's like you said earlier too. It's like, this one song, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, and it's the biggest deal on the album. Yeah.
Seriously. Or a song, that's a theme that's come up a few times since we've been putting out music, is that like a song that might not be our favorite is someone's favorite.
Right.
For whatever reason.
It hit them in some way,
Right.
shape, or form
Right.
where
Those
it
lyrics.
spoke to
It's
them.
in their playlist. They listen to it all the time. They know that one song from OTV. And it might not even be in our set list live. We probably don't play it, but there's we have one that's from the first EP, Story of a Bad Man. That I'm told all the time. They're like, that's like my favorite song of yours. And we haven't played that, I'm not even kidding, in 10 years. I don't think we've played
I don't
that
think
song.
I've ever played that.
He's been in the band for 5 years, 4 years, and we've never
You know
played
what
that
song I
live.
really love too of you guys is Moses.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna play that. For
Yeah.
you.
we're gonna play that today.
Really?
We're gonna play that. We
Rock is
definitely
on
gonna
it. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. I love like the story behind it. Like, listen to that
Yeah.
little guy with
It's a true
knowledge.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know the real story behind
It's
it?
a real story.
Oh,
But I
nice.
just
That
love the
song's a real
lyrics.
story.
Yeah.
There's this place in Gloucester. It's called Katrina's. It's been a couple of different names, and it's Machaca now. But it was Katrina's Bar and Grill, and they had like a $1,000 singer-songwriter contest thing. And I entered it, and I wrote this song. I wrote Moses for the competition. I didn't win, but I did really well, and I got an awesome song about it. But it's a true story about a night I was at Katrina's watching another friend's band, and this guy, his name's John. They call him Moses because he's got this big crazy beard and all this stuff.
Huge gray beard.
and white hair. It's crazy. And his name's John. He's awesome. But he was at the bar and he was causing a little bit of a ruckus, and they were going to kick him out. Instead of having them kick him out, I bought a beer and like we sat down. I was talking to him, and he just started like dropping knowledge on me and giving me the word. And I woke up the next day. I wrote the song about the conversation that we were having the night.
Yeah, I
that's
love that. I
beautiful.
love those lyrics. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
True story.
Moses.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's one of our
You guys really want to play that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want to get it?
You want to
Yeah.
spin it right now? Let's go.
I'll switch chairs with you. So
Sure.
you can come up.
Want me to move in the middle or where do you
Yeah,
want? Yeah, let's do
yeah,
it.
works.
I'll move slide over.
Toss her Morocco
Oh my
over
God.
there.
Yeah. Do you want? You can
Just
Morocco
throw it
next to us. Or you want?
Sounds like.
See, now we're doing
Which
real
one?
musical chairs.
No, yeah, real musical
Yeah.
chairs.
Do you want the pink or the green one? Which do you prefer?
Again.
Oh, that's a good noise.
Yeah. Do you want pink or green?
Pink. I feel like the green's
Alright.
gonna blend in with my outfit here.
That's fair. Here you go.
So this is Moses featuring Nikki of the Musical Chairs on the maraca. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there it is. Getting the groove. I met a man at the bar with a white beard, who at first glance to most might seem kind of weird, but if you listen to him speak, a mind here, kind of wisdom that was wise beyond my years. He said you gotta have thick skin, boy. You can't let them get you all round up. I talk and this was in his cup as he spoke to me. Hey. You see, reggae music ain't no peace and love. It was a fight for freedom, they were freedom songs. Friends, faith, and family, that's all you need. I'm not religious, I believe in divine. I've been taking my time, I'm reading the signs. I'm feeling like this is where I should be. I'm not religious, I believe in divine. Taking my time, reading the signs. I'm feeling like this is where I should be. I said, hey Moses, how'd you get so wise? He said, well, I asked my ass about 1,000 times. I could see the truth right in his eyes as he cheers his pint glass in the mouth. I said, hey Moses, how'd you get so wild? He said, ask my ass about 1,000 times. I could see the truth right in his eyes as he cheers his pint glass in the mind. He said, if I can go back, both there's one thing I would change. I wouldn't listen to that old man at the bar when I was yours. Yeah, Here we go. Hey. Yeah. He said, try and speak less. You won't learn unless you listen. You gotta do it now. Tomorrow is not a given. Play drums, keys, guitar. It's all about the rhythm. History is his story. There's more than being written. No matter how loud joke the life you make. Thank you, man. Without happiness and love in your life, you won't get too far. He said I should have died a couple of times, but my brother, here we are. And now every day I thank my lucky stars. Hey, I said, hey, Moses, how'd you get so wise? He said, well, I asked my ass about 1,000 times. I can see the truth out in his eyes as he cheers his pint glass in the mind. I said, hey, Moses, how'd you get so wise? He said, I asked my ass about 1,000 times. I can see the truth out in his eyes as he cheers his pint glass in the mind. He said, if I could go back, well, there's one thing I would change. Maraca solo. I would've listened to that old man at the bar when I was yours. Yeah, Nikki. That was great.
Ooh.
Guys.
Yeah, Moses.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. Such an awesome
Very
song.
nice job.
Thank you.
That's it, Nikki.
You got it?
Careful.
Liv.
You are officially part of the band now. Just
go.
Just say.
Sit. Tired.
I have to give up the seat, guys.
Slow the show. I'll show the Maracas.
Miracas.
Let's do it. We need that. We need it in our life.
Maraca.
Move this back out of our way.
Ah, that was so cool. Take your phone, sir.
That was great.
Oh, the rollerblade wheel got me.
I was doing so much multitasking.
I have sweaty ears now.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Yes.
a little part of me is on you.
Ew. Ew. All right, we need some rewards here.
Yeah, I need a reward. Reward me.
Nice.
Wait, shouldn't we be giving you them? You did so good, though.
I'm just gonna eat it. I'm not gonna question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. Me too. That's fair.
You take the kiss.
You take the kiss when you get it.
Oh, that was so much fun. Thanks,
That's
guys.
beautiful. You did great. That was awesome. You're natural.
Just got the rhythm.
I can't. I'm telling you guys, this has been so much fun.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed every minute of this.
Me
and,
too.
What better way to come to an end on than having Nikki.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yes. That was so much fun.
That was beautiful.
Chris, you have a great voice for this,
You
by the
too.
way.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Myron, like you guys sound great on the headphones. I feel like I'm listening
Yeah, me
to
too.
like a podcast or like you should
Yeah.
maybe like ebook thing. They should write a
Oh,
I'll do
You can read it
voiceovers.
first.
yeah, we can do that.
Please.
Yeah.
It's all velvet.
I would do a bedtime story of Christmas reading it. I would
I would too.
It's all the filters.
I'm into it.
The-
Sounds all velvety.
Yeah. Back when we still had landlines, though, I would get these telemarketer calls, and I'm like, "Hello," and they're like, "Yes, is the man of the home, the house home?" And I'm like, "I am the man of the home." But these mics are great. They add like a little bit of a bass
Yeah.
to your voice, and makes it all velvety smooth.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you so much for coming.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
no, thank you guys. This is awesome. I love the fact of the genre music that you're putting
Yeah.
out there. I love the vibe. I love everything that you're doing. I love your website.
Nice,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
He's a bit of a nerd with the tech, so
I did that myself.
Did you?
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, I did
Yeah?
that myself. It needs to be updated a little bit, but yeah, I designed that myself. I keep it updated.
Oh,
yeah, I do it all on my own.
nice. Well, I have appreciation for that.
kudos.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Mike is
That's
the marketing genius behind
Yeah.
OTB.
Branding.
Nice. Well, speaking of branding, in case anybody here hasn't already found you,
Yeah.
how would our audience be able to find you, your music?
OTB Tunes?
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere.
So
Check it
at
out.
OTB Tunes,
Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok, Instagram,
Nice.
Facebook. Our website is otbtunes.com. So you
Okay.
can go there
Has
as
all the
well. And that
shows.
has like all the links to all the stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Updated shows, merch. We should be getting some new winter merch coming in soon.
Ooh,
Maybe
okay.
a flannel, maybe
Yeah.
a beanie, who knows?
Your girl likes flannels.
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
And we have some shows in the books. They're just top
Yeah.
secret right now, but we have some
Right.
stuff.
Yeah, some
booked
big stuff coming up.
So we're excited about
Our
it.
first few announcements are going to be big ones in the
Yeah.
area, especially
Oh.
for the New England reggae.
Yeah.
It's going to be really,
We're
really
really pumped
cool.
for it.
Yeah, we're excited about
Well,
it.
Mike, we're neighbors practically, so hit me
Yeah.
up on those flannels come in so I can
Yeah.
get one off you
Definitely.
guys. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and guys, you got to check out their merch. Like that hat that Mike's wearing right there.
He wanted to actually buy merch,
did.
and he's like, "I'm scared it's not going to come in on
yeah,
time."
I'm like, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm just like,
I would have brought it for you.
Could've delivered it.
I appreciate it.
How
Hey,
mad will you guys be if on the back of our flannel it
Yeah.
says moisture than an oyster?
Do it. Please.
yeah,
Just
Okay.
you know how like in the logo right there, how Ortiz is kind of snuck in there. Just sneak in NC or Cross or something in
Deal.
there.
Oh, I love
Deal.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it. Like the copyright symbol, but it's just like perfect.
Well, guys, again, thank you so much for coming on our show.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah,
Pleasure to be here.
So much fun.
so
Nice
much
to
fun.
meet you all in the flesh.
Yeah,
Yes.
same.
Yes.
Digital selves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You guys look even better in person.
Oh, back at you.
Thank you. And guys, again, check out their stuff. Check out their music.
Thank you.
Support this.
Appreciate you guys.
Support this awesome band, and pick up some merchandise. Download some songs.
Quit making Chris look like the ultimate fangirl with the streams.
I got everything.
You got to have somebody else streaming too. We have
Yeah.
this
You're not
playlist.
talking about
It's,
location. It's just Gardner Spotify
it's our
favorites.
biggest fan ever.
I'm like, Alexa,
97% of our streams.
Alexa, play Over the Bridge. Siri, play Over the Bridge.
Yeah.
All doing it at the same time.
Yeah,
Love
right.
it.
But yeah, no, guys, thanks again. And,
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Cheers.
yeah.
Pleasure.
And guys, thank you for tuning in on this episode of the Musical Chairs in Massachusetts. And if you aren't already following us, make sure you do. Follow us on all our social media platforms and make sure that you are subscribed to both our Facebook and our YouTube channel. And again,
leave some stars, leave some reviews.
Oh, definitely read some reviews.
Yeah.
You know, help the algorithms, help us.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah,
Tell
spread
your
the word.
friends. Let's go.
Hey, it's, you know what? Spreading the word is free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It is.
Yeah, and the support that you show us, again, supports our local musicians, which is super important to us.
So important.
Yeah, and so, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and that's been another...
That's it. It's a wrap.
That's
Do
right.
it.
Yeah.
Get the hell over the bridge.
Let's go.
Get over the bridge.
Get over the bridge.
Oh my God, the thing I thought was going to happen happened.
Creep.